Coach. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Good.
All good?
Yeah.
All right. Coach, just your general thoughts on a game like today and getting out to a huge first inning lead and keeping your team in there?
Yeah, it's good to win. Impressed with the offense, especially coming out of the chutes and putting really, really good swings on balls. That was their Saturday starter that they started today, and we were able to knock them out in the first inning. That was good, especially in a double-up midweek scenario on a Tuesday, Wednesday against an opponent. Really impressed again with Coach Martyr's offensive guys, and to be honest with you, really impressed with the work Coach Angier did with Rio Britton and with Christian Schifatelli. I mean, my goodness, to get those guys throwing the ball the way they're throwing the ball, very impressive.
In a game like today where you get up by 9 runs after the first, how do you keep your team trying to get those extra bases, going around second, hitting third hard, stuff like that?
Well, that's the hardest thing is, and probably what we spent the most time in our post-game huddle about is, you get a chance to play the game, and you play the game from start to finish, until the game's over. And so, there should be one way you play, and regardless of the score, whether you're winning, losing, doesn't matter. You're going at it 100%. All the way, Will Riley at the very end of the game with a great dirt ball read, advancing the second base on a dirt ball read. That's not a scenario we'd be stealing bases in, but when, dirt balls and stuff like that, those are aggressive elements that we'll continue to teach regardless of the score, where you're not bunting and you're not stealing bases, still playing proper baseball, 2-base running at the right times and stuff like that are still appropriate. And very impressed with Will Riley that he continued to do that even in a lopsided score at the end of the day today.
Hughes had some control problems early on. Just your takeaways on what went wrong for him today?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch the tape and see, where he went wrong and let Coach Angier make the adjustments. Yeah.
In terms of 5 games in 6 days, when you lose your starter before the end of the second, how do you sort of approach your pitching staff moving forward?
Well, we weren't going to have Hughes out there for that long or anybody out there that long anyways. We were going to just kind of have a lot of different pitchers go out there, and we will tomorrow as well. And so that really wasn't anything that should shake our plan whatsoever.
And in terms of your plan, what is it moving forward for these 5 games in the 6 days short rest?
Well, not a lot of short rest. We get a chance to play. A lot of the bullpen guys will get a chance to pitch, which is why we designed to, schedule these midweek games as to where all those guys in the bullpen can get out there on the mound and pitch, and stay sharp in the cases or try to get sharp in the cases where maybe somebody's not sharp. So that's what is beautiful about these midweek games is we get a chance to be able to have a lot of guys get in and see a lot of guys both pitching and offensively.
Do you have a starter for tomorrow on the mound?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Coach Angier yet about it.
Schifatelli in his final pitch hit 96 miles an hour, or at least that's what the video board said. With his increase and his tick up in velocity this year, how do you think that's helped him overall?
Well, his command, Coach Angier, credit to him. He's really worked with Christian very hard since he got here. And Christian's really come a long ways. If it was 96 at the end, he's even been better than that. Coach Angier deserves a lot of credit for the adjustments that Christian himself. I mean, ultimately it comes to the player to make the adjustments that a coach may suggest, but the two of them together clearly has been a good combination, and it was nice to see Christian have the success he's having. I mean, he threw the ball very, very well tonight. So did Rio.
Going off of Rio, he finishes the game, final 3 innings. Is that a role you can anticipate going forward, maybe stretching him out a little, or are you still kind of looking for him to be a lefty-lefty guy, something like that?
Well, he sure is making a statement for give me the ball more, isn't he? So we'll pay attention to that, and I'm sure that'll be part of our meetings with Coach Angier and our staff to determine. Obviously, Rio's role could easily be enhanced with how well he's done.
For RJ Gordon, who goes tonight, is that just, he was going to throw a pen today, might as well throw a pen out there?
Yes.
Okay.
Bryce Betcher got to start at second. Just curious about the thought process behind
He's
that.
a good player, and he's, playing behind Gavin Grant, who's a really good player. And so we started Bryce today just because we were giving Gavin a day off to rest. And Bryce had a good game. It was great to see him up there swinging the bat, and he was crushing balls. I think he had 5 at-bats, and 4 of them were really, really good. So I was happy for Bryce.
He played mostly outfield last year. Quite defensive versatility to move over to second.
He can play shortstop for us too. I'm sure if we stuck gear on him, he could probably catch. He's an athlete like crazy, and we're thrilled to have another local guy having success here.
Going off somebody who might be moving positions, Brendan Malone hasn't played the field yet this season. I know last year you did the same thing. Kenny Novan didn't play the field too often. Seen him warming up at first and third. Is there a chance we see him play the field this season? Maybe sometime soon?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a really good player, and there's clearly a chance you could see him in the field. He was earlier on in the year, he was battling an injury that would just limit him to DH, and now he's 100%. He's healthy, and so that gives us options with him playing in the field as well. He was a high school shortstop, so he's an athletic kid.
Got to do it. Any updates on Adam Meyer?
No updates on him.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
That's it.